Hello there, Virgo. Welcome to my channel. Victoria here at Radiant Moon Tarot. This is your solar eclipse in Libra reading. We've got a new moon in the sign of Libra, and this is a solar eclipse occurring on the 14th or the 15th of October, depending on where you happen to live on the planet. Check your local time zones. This is eclipse season, folks, and we are kicking it off with a bang with this fiery one. This solar eclipse promises to be action-packed for you. A lot of fire in the sky there with this one. In the sign of Libra, the solar eclipse can really bring a focus on relationships in our lives. This can be romantic relationships, friendships, family partnerships, etc. And this is both for the existing ones and, of course, new ones that we may welcome in at this time. Venus is the ruler throughout the eclipses in the month ahead, and Venus right now, Virgo, is in your sign. So this can be really sweet for you in this energy. This can bring you new connections, new beginnings, a fresh start, a relationship detox for you. This can bring something manifesting into your life that you've been waiting for a while, or this is a really great time for you to set those intentions for what you want to blossom in your world or what new you want to come in for you here over the next 6 months. Eclipse energy kicks off today. New energy does last for about 6 months. So for some of you, you've got some great things happening this month, some things coming to fruition, some things changing, maybe some surprises. And for others of you, this energy is going to play out over the next 6 months or so. So it's maybe a time of very important transformational changes for you guys in your life. Now, this eclipse is happening at 21 degrees of Libra. So if you have anything, any planetary placements in Libra, between 20 and 23 degrees, you'll be feeling this the most, as will all of the cardinal signs. But you are going to be feeling this very intensely as well because of that, because of Venus in your sign. So it can be really, really wonderful to bring things to earth for you, right? To bring things into fruition in your physical world. So this eclipse can be very much a karmic portal. Fated events happen at eclipse times, right? Things that are meant to happen, things that are meant to come in, life experience that are just meant to be, right? Sometimes those threads of fate really do play out for us with this energy. And in this energy, we can also, yes, eclipse things out of our lives as well. All right. But eclipses do tend to bring some intense energies. They do tend to bring things out of the woodwork. So things that you had forgotten about, things that you thought you had resolved, those things may come to light again right now. Sometimes we do have those repeating things that do come out. And this is our chance to completely deal with something, say goodbye to it once and for all, and let bygones be bygones, hopefully, for some of you. This is a South Node eclipse as well. And so the South Node is where we've come from, where we have evolved from. The North Node is where we're going, our future, if you will. So in this energy, there is a big reflection on where we've been, on our past. You might be looking at your past belief systems. You might be looking at past relationships. You might be assessing some of the relationships in your life, friendships. For some, there is a changing of friendships here right now, right? Especially as you evolve over time, what happens is we actually lose connection with people because we connect with the people we're energetically aligned with. And you are evolving, you're growing in your energy. And so, yes, there may be certain connections that may fall by the wayside. But this is a great opportunity to do something that you've been putting off, or something that you never really got off the ground at some point in your life. This can be all the way back to your childhood. So, think about if you ever wanted to learn a musical instrument, this could be that time, because Venus does bring in this element of beauty and creativity. This can be where, if you always wanted to create something that you find beautiful. So what could that be, right? It can be, things like, interior design, decorating your house. This could be something to do with how you make your money. This can be with, the things that you create. Maybe you've always wanted to draw or paint, or, this can be a great time for you to try something new and pick something up again. So it can be really quite sweet in that energy, but is certainly an opportunity to wipe the slate clean. This eclipse is happening in your second house of money. Yay. Okay. And your Venus is, of course, in your first house. So this is a great time for you to initiate something, initiate change. This is a time for you to really reevaluate, reassess your belief systems, how you deal with money, especially in this energy, or how you make it, how you spend it, how you invest it. Because the second house does have to do with your material, physical world. It has to do with your income. It does have to do with the things you own, so your property, your assets, and also about your values and your habits. So this can be a wonderfully shifting energy for you where you're trying something a little different. You're trying something new. Maybe you want to try and make your money work for you rather than you work so hard for your money. Some of you may be looking at a new job right now. You might have that promotion that comes up that you wanted, or maybe a second chance at something there in that regard. And because we do have this new moon eclipse in the second house, which is Venus and Taurus energy, we do have to consider that something around the full moon in Taurus, which is a lunar eclipse on the 28th or 29th of October, is going to be quite important for you. And full moons are where we complete a cycle, and that full moon eclipse in Taurus is a completion of the previous eclipse cycles that we had. So this can be a final ending, a final completion where something finally comes to fruition for you and those doors of opportunity really do open for you. But this can also be where you release anything in your life that you don't want to carry forward with you, whether they're people or habits or behaviors, arguments, right? Old arguments. This can be a great time to wipe the slate clean, detox relationships, right? So much going on. Like I said, there's a lot of action in this energy, right? But very relationship based, but it can be our relationship with people, but also our relationship to our job, to our money, and the things that we create. We have Quicksilver Moon coming in here with changes. Haha, there you go. Shocking. So yes, this energy is really going to be very impactful for you. And it could be something that just starts internally where you get some sort of epiphany moment, you get clarity around something, or this can actually be manifesting in your physical world. Whatever it is, there's changes afoot for you. Okay, changes in relationships. Are they ending? Are you resolving issues? Are you restoring balance and harmony? Changes within you. What bad habits do you have? What do you want to do better in your life, right? This can be some changes in you too. You can be expanding your mind and changing your way of thinking as well. So the theme of eclipses in general is change, fated changes, and also ones that you initiate on your own as well. So pay very close attention to what's going on around you, and of course the energies that are flowing through you internally also. We have winter energy, and this is the sacredness of pausing. All right. So here's the thing, we're in autumn right now. If you're in the northern hemisphere, the leaves are changing. It's starting to get a little bit chillier depending where you are. And there's just like a different energy in the air. And October especially is kind of that magical time. It's a time of harvest. And so with the winter energy, there could have been something where you've been experiencing some delays in your life, or like a pause in the action. And with this energy, this is an opportunity, if there is a pause in the action, for us to take a step back, to reflect on things, right? Very South Node-y kind of stuff there. And because sometimes we do need to take a step or two back in order to propel ourselves forward or to get ourselves back on track. So we sometimes need to recognize those pauses in our life where we think there's nothing going on. We have to consider that there's some things going on behind the scenes, or we can consider that a pause in the action is actually a gift to regain our footing, to regain our ground, and to really have an opportunity where we can, kind of get all of our ducks in a row, right, before the action starts up again. This can certainly indicate for some of you that you may have some changes that you're making, and it may feel very busy right now, or maybe you've got some ideas, some clarity about something. And through the winter period is where you may finally get some peace right? So, you know, you may feel if things have been quite chaotic, right, things may settle down for you. This can also say in the winter months, right? Again, for some of you, there's some great things happening right now. You're going to know exactly what's going on with this eclipse. But for some of you, if you're setting intentions or you're looking to start something new, the winter time is a time where we percolate a little bit, where there may not necessarily be a lot of outward action, but there is a lot going on behind the scenes. And then by the time spring comes up, which is when this eclipse comes to fruition, right? We got to look towards the full moon in Libra, which is going to happen in April. Okay. And this is where things come to a conclusion for you in some way. So spring has sprung when we get to April, right? So even though there may not be a lot of action for some of you throughout the winter period, take advantage of the calm and the peaceful energy, right? We don't always have to be on the go 24 hours a day, and connect with the earth, right? Allow yourself to take things one day at a time. There is an ultimate beauty in taking a step back sometimes, right? So let's see what else we've got coming in here for you. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Well, isn't that lovely? We have the Hanged Man. Hey, would you look at that, right? Winter, hanging out, pausing, Hanged Man. And we also have the Seven of Swords. So sometimes when we get the Hanged Man energy, oh la la, we have the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Well, hello, sir. The Knight of Cups can bring love and romance, can bring new connections, new people into your life, new love, new friends, new business connections. This can also speak to creative energy here as well. So you may have something very wonderful coming in, some proposals, some opportunities, some invitations, but this can also be your energy where you're feeling creative, you're feeling like you want to bring in more beauty into your life or more love into your life, and you know, make those better connections with people in your world as well. So really great energy that's coming in there, and this is really the underlying energy. And of course, with that Knight of Cups, connected with the heart space, connected with your creativity, and therefore connected with Venus. But we do have the Knight of Pentacles coming in here. So this is wonderful because for some of you, you could very much be on a quest, on a mission to deal with money matters, and to find that new job, to make more money. Maybe some of you have a career change in the winds, and the Knight of Pentacles can be you, your energy, paying attention to the details. You're taking things one step at a time. You're on the path to your success, and you may have something really wonderful happening for you in the month of October, maybe spilling over a little bit into November by about mid-November or so, or when the winter solstice comes along, which is actually December. The Knight of Pentacles can also represent some good news coming in, right? So offers, opportunities, those doors opening up for you. Whatever it happens to be for you, this can be setting intentions or it can be things coming to fruition. Make sure that you do pay attention to any kind of details or fine print, especially if right now, if you're making any investments with your money, if you are, looking for a new job or you're signing any contracts or anything like that, the Knight of Pentacles is a very supportive energy of paying attention to all the fine print, all the clauses, anything that is important for you before you sign your name on any kind of dotted line on any official documents. And the Hanged Man with the Seven of Swords here shows that there may be some sort of error somewhere there. There may be something that you might miss. So taking a step back, pause in the action with that Hanged Man energy, looking at the big picture, looking at something entirely, okay, may actually reveal something to you, because the Seven of Swords can be something that is wrong, something that you may not be able to trust, or something where there might be a misunderstanding there, okay, and it may not necessarily be on purpose, all right? So if you are signing any official documentation whatsoever, okay, make sure that you do double check and triple check, just to make sure that you haven't missed anything, and just to make sure you're clear on what it is that you're getting into. Doesn't mean it's bad, okay? It's just always a really important thing, right? Especially, I mean, if you think of, if you're, let's say, buying a house, right? Should be fairly straightforward, right? You get a mortgage, yay, right? Buried in debt. You know, it's funny that we celebrate that, but anyway, you know, so, but you sign, you go and see your banker, right? You sign your mortgage documents, right? But have you actually looked at the important questions? What happens if you get sick? Do you have mortgage insurance? What happens if you miss a payment? What happens if you lose your job, right? Those kind of, what happens if there's illness, right? Something like that. So you need to know like your repayment clauses and things like that, any kind of penalties and all that, right? And it's the stuff, it's the boring crap that we always forget to look at, right? And just, you know, mortgage is just an example, but we can consider that with job opportunities, investment opportunities, anything like that, right? Anything where you need to officially sign your name on a dotted line, just pay a close attention. But the Hanged Man here with the Seven of Swords, you know, the Hanged Man is really where we do take a step back and let something go. This is looking at things from all angles, all perspectives. This is opening your mind, opening your heart to someone else's point of view, putting yourself in someone else's shoes. And with the Seven of Swords here right beside it, there may be something here in regards to a relationship. It might be a business one with the Knight of Pentacles, but it can also be a committed relationship that you have, whether it's a friendship, family relationship, romantic one. With the Seven of Swords, this can be an element of betrayal or mistrust or doubts. Okay. And sometimes this can come in as a misunderstanding of something. And it's quite often because, you know, our perception dictates our reality, right? And our perception is formed by us, our life experiences, the good, the bad, right? And where we are today, how we're looking at things, what our belief systems are, they all play a role in how we perceive things to be. And as we all know, our perception creates reality. But my perception of something may very much differ from yours, even though we're looking at something the same, right? So, I mean, we can both look at this crystal. This is a rough malachite, right? And actually, the camera doesn't do it justice because it's like, it's hard, but it's like velvet. Like, it's so cool, this thing. But I'm looking at it in one perspective, right? And you are looking at it through a different lens. So with that Hanged Man energy, with that Seven of Swords, there may be something here to resolve within a relationship of some kind at this time. This can also be something internally within you. And so the Hanged Man there, when we turn things upside down, when we look at the big picture, when we walk a mile in someone else's shoes, this brings us enlightenment. Okay, so you might be getting some clarity around something here with the Seven of Swords that has gone a little bit sideways, okay, for you here. So this can be those things that come up in your world again, right? It can be an old issue that resurfaces. It can also be something within you in this energy. And the Hanged Man is really a call to pause, to take that step back and to let some things go. And surrender, sacrifice, release, right? And this is exactly what the eclipse energy brings in. We can eclipse things out of our life. It's a time for letting go. It's a time of new beginnings and fresh start. And, you know, it's a time when we can really gain some clarity and insights into things. So you might be resolving something here. Now, having said that, if you are in an environment or a relationship, Seven of Swords kind of energy, where you don't trust somebody, you don't trust the environment, you don't trust the people, okay, the ones that you should be able to trust, maybe you don't, maybe there's some underhanded things going on or people doing things behind your back, that kind of thing. The Hanged Man is saying, hey, guess what? Time to put yourself out there, time for a little bit of change, and you got to let this thing go, because people and situations may not necessarily be within your control to change. So we've got to let those things go. Whatever your situation is, the Hanged Man, pause. Big energy, pause and pause. So that will do you great justice in that energy. So let's grab a few more cards here and see what else we've got coming out. The Hanged Man, by the way, can also be an energy where you need a little bit of patience. All right. Not everything is meant to come to fruition for you in the month of October. There might be some, little delays on your path. And especially with relationships and things like that, you know, or if you're like looking for, you know, the perfect job, or you want some money coming in, that kind of thing. This is where, you know, we do need a little bit of patience. Patience is a virtue, and it is important to have. We have wisdom coming in here for you guys. See your adversaries as opportunities to expand your spiritual light. Very interesting, since we do have that Seven of Swords coming in there, right? Maybe a little bit of an adversary. We have Earth Guide energy. Your sacred calling upon this planet is to simply love and be loved, right? So some of you are just reminded of your purpose here. Love what you do, love your environment, love your people, and ultimately love yourself. Remember, love can be both a noun and a verb, right? Love can be very much an action energy, right? So do some nice things for yourself. We also have courage coming in here for you. Live your life fearlessly with courage, strength, and determination. Okay, just one foot in front of the other. Be brave. You might have some changes that you want to make, or some changes that might be fated. They might be beyond your control. And remember that you are strong, you are capable, you are courageous. And yes, things freak us out when we don't know what's going to happen, or, you know, how things are going to transpire. But remember your inner strength. Very important for you to do that. I'll leave that there, you guys. I hope there was something here for you. If you enjoyed your reading, if there was something here for you, it might be a little bit, might be the whole thing, please do take a moment to press like on this video. I truly appreciate that. Lets me know you resonate with the reading, but it also tells YouTube that you like the reading, and then YouTube will show it to more people. It's just how things work. So I thank you for watching. Good luck in this eclipse energy. Stay tuned for the full moon lunar eclipse readings that I'll have out for you in the next week or two. In the meantime, have a good one. Bye.